We used to undo those nuts there and just lift that off. And then you'd time it around here so that when the steam came in, the spuds and all down in there would just bubble, bubble, bubble up. This would keep the steam down there and cook your spuds and any other thing that you wanted inside the cylinder. This was spragged so it couldn't turn. And that's where we used to cook it in all those years ago. Same engine that used to try the gullet of sharpening the saw. And that's how we used to cook our dinner. Just lift the top of that off. Just leave it sitting there. Just lift, 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 lift. Yes, cook your dinner.
He also had a wonderful idea for the toilet, because when you went out there, you know how men like to read on the toilet? Well, this was the old...
Do they?
Old, coming out the back there.
Oh, you take the pan out?
Yeah, that's right. Well, it was one of those toilets. And Roy had this brilliant idea that when you sat on the toilet, the light went on, and when you stood up, it went off.
Away from the bed.
We had an old friend, Brian, who used to come to visit us. She got out there and I could hear this. What's going on here? Stupid men! Don't they know you need a light when you stand up, not when you sit down?
What it was the seat sat down and then I had a strip of motor tyre. And when you sat on it, you flattened it and it made the contact. It wasn't a proper switch, you just... this piece of rubber there like that and there's contact there and squashed it down. No electricity, no water, no nothing. Look at this now. Got the lot. That's where I used to be in this ground here, and I had hair like you, curly hair and rosy cheeks, which I've still got. And they used to go around me, rosy cheeks and curly hair, rosy cheeks and curly hair. I used to hate them. 6 kilometres, nearly 4 miles. No boots, barefooted kids.
How old were you when you got your first pair of shoes?
Yeah, 14, something like that.
Did you have any shoes before that, just like Sunday best shoes, or?
Oh, we might have, but I don't think so. Could have been. Could have had them for that, yes. We certainly wouldn't we'd be saving them, wouldn't wear them out. Around the sawmills you'd have to have reasonable boots, stuff dropping on your toes and things like that. When you got to that stage you'd have boots. No doubt everything will be locked. It'd have to be big vandals out, wouldn't it? Have to be.
So how many were in the class with you?
About 28.
Was it composite class, or?
Yes, oh yes. 28.
Any kids your age?
Oh yes. Little stinking girls that are all dead. I'd be only 4. And the main thing I can remember of this thing is Dad used to have a plank there for me to run up and shut the throttle off and watch the water gauge. So I had to keep the water level up and shut the throttle off. Walk over from there too.
From Creekside?
No,
At 4 years old you used to walk over from Creekside?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that's 6 kilometres.
Yeah. So different. A solid bush. Paddock here, and we illegally actually had our bullocks here and bells on them and all, and then we'd go up into the mountains there and sneak logs down and then split them up. They're all good splitters, and that's when he reckoned that his sheep were coming over that mountain down here and getting lost. He wanted to shoot us. And we're inside, and then the next thing you know, the shotgun comes through and there's the gun there, and he follows in with it. 5 automatic shots in here. And we're laying on the ground. I can still remember it. 3 scared blokes looking at him.
Yeah, he was a pretty good shot, like with the shotgun.
Well, it's just too bad for us, wasn't it? Big deal. You got a bloke with a gun like that, you never know just what he's going to do. Really. He's all stirred up. When I was with him at different times, and he was falling over all the time.
Oh, he'd always fallen over, yep.
Swearing and cursing and falling over. Yeah, you've got the journey travelled, is that right?
Yes. Yep.
From there to there and back again.
Yep.
Poor little kids. And look at the difference now. Nothing here in the Mill Valley Ranch there. Houses here, houses there. Lifetime's work. We're just jumping all over the place like a mad woman's breakfast, don't we? That's all interesting, very. T-Fords. He's reviving his T-Ford Outlast.
Graham is.
Sitting there for 50 years. Yeah. I built it for him when he was a kid of 16 to keep him off the streets. What streets in Tynan North? Got up to 29 before I finally got married. Did a bit of courting, and I think I'd done the right thing. I had the right wife by waiting around. There's plenty of other chickies that you wouldn't bring in out of the rain.
You've got to tell the story right. He was engaged to another girl.
She would have been all right. But I think Lal was a better one in the long run. More talented, more agreeable. The other one was Irish.
And so we were helping her to do something, being a bit useful, I thought, and I had a hammer in my hand, looked out where the window was going to be, and there underneath on the ground below was this young fellow that had a black face and shiny teeth, and he was smiling up at us and teasing us about this house, and that was Roy.
Your grandmother, she clapped her eyes on me and that's it. Within the year.
But anyway, we got on very well, and I wasn't long back at work at the aircraft when a letter came from a young man, Roy Weatherhead, you see. And it was to say that he'd enjoyed the weekend and he hoped we were coming up again. Anyway, when I asked him about it quite some time afterwards, he said, well, Dad told me I'd better write to that girl and not let her go, working on his truck there. And that's where he popped the question. And I didn't say no.
Rosy cheeks and curly hair.